Jackie Lee Price for Shadowboxruk UK at Box Park with the lovely Nick Campbell. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks for having me. Hope you're good too.
You look very, very relaxed, my friend.
Yeah, listen, I mean, soak it all in. You're only, it's a finite career, so you may as well make the most of it. I'm right at the beginning of my career at an iconic venue like Wembley, so I'm just blessed and enjoying it.
Beautiful. I'm glad to hear that. So you're 3-0, but you were a former rugby player, weren't you, before you became a boxer? I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit, because you were an amateur, then you were a rugby player, then you were a pro. What kind of happened in between that?
I played the 8 years of professional rugby for Glasgow Warriors and Jersey Reds. Kind of boxed and played rugby when I was younger, but just when I was growing up, I was doing really well at rugby and decided to go down that route, and obviously went on to play 8 years professional. Came to the last year of my contract in 2017 with Jersey Reds. Decided that it was time to give up rugby and have a go at boxing and see how far I could go in boxing. So here we are, sitting at Wembley, Box Park, getting ready to fight Wembley Arena. So
it's brilliant actually, because heavyweights obviously develop a little bit later on in their career, so you've had the best of both worlds really, haven't you?
Yeah, listen, I think if I had come from not having done any sport or not from a sporting background, I probably wouldn't have been able to adapt so quickly to the sport. Obviously enough, I had a wee bit of experience from when I was younger and things as well, and I'm a sportsman, so I always keep myself in good shape and fit and strong and all that. But it's been a bit of an apprenticeship, learning on the job kind of thing, getting chucked in at the deep end from a very early stage in my amateur career and things. Then obviously boxing at Wembley in your fourth professional fight, it's the high pressure, but I thrive under it and I enjoy it. So like I say, I'm just here to see how far I can go and what I can do. And like I said, up on stage, there's never been a Scottish-British heavyweight champion, and I'm the only real Scottish heavyweight at the moment, so I'm quite happy to fly the flag for Scotland and see where that's alright, just see where it can take us, and it's exciting, so yeah.
That's beautiful actually. I was going to say, you do strike me as a type of person that's like, you know what, bring it on.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I'm from Glasgow. Don't know, a lot of people know the score, so I've never had a problem with confrontation at any point in my life, and it's a fight at the end of the day, so you can, all the lights, all the glamour, all the glitz, Sky Sports, boxer, it's amazing, but at the end of the day when you step through the ropes it's you and somebody else, and one thing I've never been scared of is a fight, so I look forward to it.
I bet it's a little bit easier than rugby, isn't it? In terms of because that looks to me like a very, very scary sport.
I get asked this question quite a lot, and rugby's probably more taxing on the body because you've got ankle injuries, knee injuries, shoulder, wrists, head. Boxing, it's a bit more condensed, you can only really hurt. But listen, boxing is the toughest sport on the planet. It's an individual sport, you're in there, it's you against somebody else, it's a battle of wills, it's 90% mental, 10% physical, it's a really, really tough sport. If you're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. It's not like rugby, we've got another 14 guys to rely on, so boxing is the toughest sport in the world, there's no question about it. Rugby's a close second.
Is that, it sounds like you just like, tough sports.
Aye, listen, I mean, I'm 6'7", 18 and a bit stone, so if I didn't use it for something, it would be a waste of time. It would be a waste. So I may as well try and use all my attributes to the best of my ability.
100%. So you live in Jersey, I understand. I mean, is it hard to get sparring? I imagine you've got your gym that you work out of. But when you need to get sparring, do you need to travel, or how does that work?
Yeah, 100%. But the thing is, as well, in the heavyweight division, there's not actually a lot of heavyweights. So it doesn't matter where you are, unless you live in the centre of London, then you've got a fair few different heavyweights round about you, but if you don't, you need to travel for the sparring, so it wouldn't matter if I stayed in Glasgow, if I stayed in Jersey, I'd still need to travel to get quality sparring. So yeah, I mean, recently I was actually up in Glasgow sparring Martin Bacoli, which was really good down there with Billy Nelson's gym, so like I say, I'm from Glasgow, it helps, I can travel up there and I've got a great relationship with Billy and Martin as well, so we got some really good work in the preparation for this fight. So you need to travel about, you need to go around the gyms, you need to get the sparring.
So in terms of the guys that are out at the moment, are there any heavyweights that you kind of look up to, or not so much emulate but look up to?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. I mean, I think if you didn't look up to him and admire his ability and his skills in the ring, you'd be a fool. So definitely a guy, you know, another British heavyweight, Anthony Joshua. I know he just lost his recent fight to world-class Alexander Usyk, but you know, guys like that, you've got to look up to them. You've got to look to emulate what they do, how they train, how they live their life. So I'm always looking up to people who are at the pinnacle of the sport in any weight, especially my weight, and especially the British guys, and seeing what they do and how they do it, and trying to put my own, you know, brand on it and my own way of doing it, but definitely look up to them 100%.
What's amazing is you're a fresh face to the heavyweight scene. I mean, you must be excited to get in the mix.
Yeah, definitely. I said up on stage as well that there's a lot of British heavyweights at the moment, especially there's a lot at the early stages of their career, so obviously enough it's maybe a little bit away in terms of, you know, might be another 4 or 5 fights before you get to that kind of level, but it's definitely some exciting matchups for everybody in the division in Britain down the line, so it's a good time to be part of it.
Beautiful. What can we expect on Saturday night?
Listen, I've trained really hard all year. I don't really take much time off. I want to go in there and showcase my skills in front of the Wembley crowd, in front of my fans from Glasgow, my fans for Jersey, most importantly the people watching in Sky Sports, so it's just a great opportunity for me to go out and showcase. I think as well there's a little bit of a, people think it's a gimmick, but I don't take this, it's not a gimmick to me. I train very hard and I take it very seriously, and it's up to me to prove these people that it's not a gimmick, so I'm going out there and make a statement and show everybody that I'm serious. I'm 3-0, 3 knockouts, and I'm hoping to make it 4 knockouts at the weekend, so yeah.
I love it. So good luck on Saturday night, and thank you very much for giving us your time.
Thanks for having me, and tune in and enjoy the boxing on Saturday night.